Okay, this is an isometric drawing. It's a sectional drawing, which means we've got to show it being cut. The way that the sectioning works is we've got a section here that's been cut out. Okay, so we call this a step section because we're going up here and then we're going along here, so we're going to reveal some of the detail inside. I'm just going to start off, just pointing this out before I do start off, that the scale is 1 to 2, so that means that it's going to be half the dimensions here, so it's going to be 80 by 125 as opposed to 160 by 200. So we're going to start off just drawing an isometric crate, the correct size. Remember, if you're doing this, you want to keep your lines nice and light. So build it up this way. Feel free to skip through as I do this if you know what I'm talking about. So we're going to make this 125 along, just to there. I'm going to make it 60, 80, sorry, along here. And then the height is 114, so that's 57. So we're just going to continue with the crate. Now obviously some of this is not there because it's been chopped away, so that's why when you're doing your crate you keep your lines nice and light, but it does give you a guide really to the size of the whole thing, and also means that you know the edges, which is important. That's a good starting point anyway for any isometric drawing to do this sort of thing. Okay, so let's get that basic shape there. Now, as you can see here, the whole thing's cut in half, well not quite in half actually, at 120 it's cut here and then it's cut there. Okay, so just starting on the bottom here, I'm going to come along 60 because obviously we have to half out all the dimensions, and that's the point there that we have a cut. Okay, so I'm going to draw this bit up here. Okay, and I'm going to draw the height of the base. Now the base is 22, so that's the height of 11. You just need to make sure you half everything as you go along. So that's up to that height there. So that's the base. Base does that, and obviously the base then goes away this way. Okay, some of that's going to be hidden by the top section, so I'm not going to continue that any further, but we will have a solid line down here. Next I'm going to draw the top section, this raised section here, and I'm just going to mark out where it comes in the drawing as well. So what you've got to do for this is you've got to work out position of a few things. To be honest, the easiest thing to do is to mark this centre line here, okay, because that tells us where, that gives us an idea of position of this circular part, but it also gives us an idea of position of the top part as well. Now this is a bit of a case of once bitten twice shy, because I've already done this drawing and I made a bit of an error in it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it the way that I know is going to work this time. And the height of the top of this anyway, top of this section here, is 6mm down from the top, okay, in the real drawing, so it means it's 3mm down. So I'm going to measure down 3mm from the top of the crate that we drew, down 3mm to there, okay, and that means that's the height. I'll just draw a wee line across for this. That's the height of the top of this section here, okay. I'm going to extend that round just now because it's going to help me when it comes to doing the rest of the drawing. So I'll just extend that round. Okay. Now this centre line I'm going to try and draw on this lower section, and in order to do that I'm going to measure 120, half of 120 along, which is 60. Okay, I'm going to draw a centre line there. Okay, and then it happens to be in the middle of the whole thing. Okay, it's actually symmetrical, so that means that if that's 160, then we're coming along half of that, which is 80. So I need to measure that on this. I need to put this right down to the lower line there. So we're coming along 80. Oh, sorry, half of 80, which is 40. Okay. So that's halfway point there. Okay, so just to recap, what I've done is I've just drawn a surface, really, if you want to call it that, 3mm down from the top of the crate, and then I've found the centre line, and the centre line is 60 from there to there, and then because it's in the centre, it's half of this, which is 80, so it's 40 into the centre. Okay, what that allows me to do now is get some other measurements. So I know that from the centre line it's 75 to the edge, so half that, so that's 37.5, is to be outward. So 37.5 and mark a point. So this is going to be the edge of this upright piece here. Okay. It's 45 and 40, which is 85. Half of that is 42.5. So it's 42.5 along here. Comes to there. Just mark that. To there. And then width wise it's 58 on either side of that. So half of 58 is 29. So we're coming along from the centre, coming along 29 here and 29 here. Okay, so we can mark that one there and there. Okay, I'm not going to extend it just now, and you'll see why later on. So this drops down, as you can see here. This is this line here, it drops down. How far does it drop down? Well, it should drop down the height of this section here. Okay, from there down. So you have to work out what that size is. We'll do that in the next video.